I think when you adopt, I think it gives people the opportunity to say to you, "Oh, you're so amazing. You must be the most patient mom." And I have to say, it doesn't require you to be the most patient, because anyone will tell you that knows me well, that is not what my label would be. But what you do need is, you need to be able to be flexible. Mm-hmm. I think you need to be thoughtful. I think that you need to have your ego get out of the way, and so many of us have kids because you want a mini you. Mm. And you want to grow them, and we even say in our culture, like, I want them to have everything better than I had it, and that you want them to be better than you. And I've even said that I want to give my kids more opportunities than I have. So why? So they can be better than me. Yeah. But really, not all kids are going to be better than you, whether biological or adopted. And letting go of that your kid is a reflection of you or your parenting skills, and just taking that kid, it's you have to be able to do that. You have to be able to take that kid and go, this kid is this little teeny being. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And what earth can I plant this child in to help them grow, no matter however they want to grow. And you're in charge of guiding that. You just have to be flexible, and you cannot put preconceived notions on. That's the most important thing. It helps to be patient. I wish I was more patient. Yeah. It does help to be patient, but flexibility, I think, is key.
Well, I think it helps too to be patient with yourself. Like, this is like a new experience for everybody. So, I mean, my situation, I'm a single mom. I adopted as a single mom. And there are nights, I'll be honest, where I go to my room after I put my son to bed and I cry, and I think, I did not handle that. Sorry, I did not handle that well. And I even catch myself now thinking, somebody else would have done that better. But then I think, nobody else would have been a better mom. Nobody else would have loved him the way that I love him. And I think you have to be patient with yourself and know tomorrow's a new day. You know what? You're going to screw up. But biological parents screw up too. I mean, everybody makes mistakes, and tomorrow's a new day. We're going to try harder. We're going to do better. And we're going to get through whatever situation we're having.
There's going to be nights, especially initially with that transition period, where they're trying to figure out literally what planet you have just landed them on, and nothing makes sense, and it doesn't smell the same, and it doesn't sound the same, and it's not the same temperature as where they were, and they're trying to figure out what's happened, and you're trying to be the best that you can be in that moment. I remember nights where with both kids, where you're trying to rock them to sleep and you're both sobbing, and you've got to be able to work through that and recognize that it's not all rainbows, but there, obviously there's a lot of joy with what comes. I think watching what our Sophia went through with her the first family that adopted her from China, they had a very specific set of things that they expected that a child of her age would do. And when she didn't do that, it was a contention and a frustration, and the way she responded was by screaming. They actually, they told the agency that she had rage issues, and that she was just this toxic personality. And it's because they weren't willing to be flexible, and you've talk about finding a place of earth for them, right? If you're only going to accept a certain kind of tree, then international adoption is not for you, right? You've got to be able to let them grow the way that they want to grow, and you're both going to have some pruning through that process, and you're both going to have to bend and adjust to make that a healthy environment for either party. Okay.
And I was thinking of one other thing. I grew up with 10 brothers and sisters, and there definitely were some genetic traits that went through all of us. My brothers and sisters, they're very, very intelligent people. I'll have all kinds of advanced degrees and this and that, or they're really athletic, and whatever kinds of things. And then I see some of those genetic traits passing through to their children, coming up the same thing, and these incredible things. And I think if you want to adopt at all, and especially internationally, it's kind of like you said, you have to be so prepared to let this person be completely different from who you are, in their talents, in what they do, in how they learn. and like you say, not get caught up in the, as parents, it's fun to have amazing pride in what our kids do. I have one daughter who's just this incredible soccer player. They've taken state championships. She's offered scholarships. It's fun. That is really fun to go watch and see somebody who is the best, and everything. And they're going to be the best in amazing different ways. But if you're hoping and what you value is, let's say they're great learners and your child isn't, and your child even has learning, issues and is struggling through school, and you're like, what? We're A people, or we're athletes, or we do or whatever it is, and your child's not that, you have got to give yourself a talking to, like I probably did, just to say, I have to let this person be this person, and I need to find this person's strengths and talents and, help usher him that road that may not have been the road that I thought was wonderful and amazing, or that I valued as much. And like you say, take yourself totally out of that.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing these amazing people as my kids get older that maybe don't fit the mold of who I thought, well, this is what we do or whatever. And it's wonderful. I mean, it's opened up my eyes. They've got these talents that, none of my family has ever had and things, but just to be able to let them really be who they are.
Yeah, it's important to let go of a preconceived notion of how you're going to raise your kids. I'm even having a hard time with the fact that I'm a t-shirt and jeans athlete girl. And my daughter, who's 9, is going to be a high heels, tight pant diva with nails with colors all over them. And I'm just like, okay, this is going to be my daughter. She is going to she has the best fashion sense on the planet as a 9-year-old. I'm constantly saying, you can't wear that because people think I'm not a good mom because she's got 4-inch heels on and she's 9. She already is counting the days till she's 15. But I was not that girl. I was Keds wearing. Yeah. Even just that little thing. And that's not even something as important as you can argue grades are. Even that's hard. You have to be able to just let go because she's the sweetest thing on the planet. If I can just embrace her spirit, she will thrive.
Yeah, agreed. I was actually chatting just a few days ago with a friend of ours that adopted 2 children as their kind of caboose, right? They've got their children are almost older, and then they have these 2. And he was making that same comment that people say, oh, you're so, you must be such amazing people to adopt. And he made the comment that you don't know her. We are the ones that's blessed. She's the most patient, calm, amazing, happy girl, and it's changed us, right? And I think that's got to remember to, no matter what they're going through, where they're coming from, they are magnificent, and that's just work with where you are. So.